DMT reading. And I hesitate to say that there's going to be a lot more DM type readings only because I keep getting the feeling to do them and then no. And it feels like there's been a reason for that I'm not fully aware of yet. But it's there, so I've just been going with the flow on that. But today, I swear, I used to watch some readers and they'd say like they had to get on at like 3 in the morning because the DM energies would not stop harassing them. and and not in bad ways necessarily, like we have good control over it, but like they're definitely like, I want to say this, 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 you should say that, this is going on right now. And I feel like through multiple different methods that spirit is basically dropping divine masculine energy in my lap and being like, this is what's happening, this is what's happening, you should tell people this is what's happening. And it's a very interesting experience to have that today. It's like, sometimes you get signs, you know what they mean, but they're still subtle signs. And you you go, yeah, okay, that's probably true, right? Or that's a thing. I should do that thing. And then there are other times that spirit like puts it's almost like, like having lightning strike down like 3 feet away from you, like, okay, I hear you. Or someone that I heard about through someone else had like a hawk run into the front of their car. Like there's some times when there's some obvious signs that just smack us in the face. And now that I think about it, I think that's so this is a read for divine masculine energies that's in connection to this super full blood moon eclipse in Sagittarius on May 26th. Not too far away now. It'll be 5 days, right? And five is significant, right? The changes, changes. But it feels like that's effectively okay. I'm gonna say there are some masculines who are like already been hit in the face several times. They're like, "Hello, Brianna." They've already been smacked in the face with the obviousness of like a crappy karmic situation and their crappy choices. Others are going to be smacked in the face by it either one of the first big times, like they're telling me they've seen a lot of little things, but this is like the big one kind of thing for this full moon eclipse energy, which is because it's so big and it's part of the three sisters, so it's connected to the last one that we had in Scorpio, and it'll be connected to the next one that we're going to have in Capricorn, so keep that in mind. But it feels like this is going to be a big, like spirit's bringing out the big stick to smack them with, and either some of them have seen it coming, some of them have seen it coming, but still are kind of in a naive place of believing, no, it wouldn't happen to me. No, they wouldn't do that to me, or I didn't choose that badly. Kind of like denying it. Others know that it's coming, and they're more just like. The image I'm getting is like back in the day when teachers used to use rulers to smack a kid's hands in class, and it's like kind of like one of those things where like they know like, well, it's one of those where they know that what they did was appropriate and right, but they know they're going to get smacked by the ruler anyways, and it's going to smart, but they'd rather do the right thing and take the ruler smack, but it still hurts. It still hurts. Um, and that might be something that you hear too. It might be something, I know it's right and it's the right thing to do, or even I know you were right, or this and that sort of thing, or it was a mutual ending of some kind, but it still hurts. It still hurts, that sort of thing. And other masculines are on a timeline where they've already been hit by big stick energy multiple times, and they are the ones that are pulling out the big stick at this point. I keep getting, there's 3 songs, one of them, and it's funny because I swear I knew the whole song, but all I can hear is this one piece of it is, how did it go? Do, 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 do. Don't push me, 'cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. And maybe look up that song and listen to the rest of it. I don't know why I can't remember the rest of the song because I know it from like, well, that was my music era growing up and from several movies. I feel like Happy Feet is the movie. In fact, you know what? That's wow, tingles on that. Happy Feet is a sync on it. And so, I mean, music syncs are probably going to be very big. Somebody might even communicate with music, and somebody feels kind of like the Happy Feet, the main guy, who is like weird, and that like they recognize they're not a part of the rest of the crowd. But there, and there's something in that. The other song is from Little Mermaid, and it's which is seems to be a big sync for all this stuff energy happening right now. But it's that one, ja la 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 la, don't know why, oh my, you wanna kiss the girl, wah wah. I know I didn't fully do the lyrics right in that, and then there like the part in it too where what is it where he's singing about the girl won't talk until you kiss her, right? That kind of thing. So it feels like DMs. It feels like a duality. It feels like there's some sort of thing about either like the kiss that never was, the kiss that almost was. It feels like the energy of like sometimes you know a connection to somebody by the energy that's there when you kiss them, or the way that you kiss them, or the interaction when you kiss them. And like some DMs are feeling that that is not there and has never been there with karmics, where it may have been there like with you as their DF, or there's something about an unsatisfying kiss and a deep desire for a satisfying kiss. And there's lots of kiss energy going on, lots and lots and lots. And I mean like the action, not the band. Love the band. Um, it's funny that song popped into my head, "Party All Night Long." The other song is also from Little Mermaid, and it's the one from Ursula. Is that poor unfortunate souls? And it feels like a duality of energy there. It feels like part of that energy is karmic energy, and it's like, you poor unfortunate soul. You really thought I loved you. It's kind of like I can see. I'm not against strippers, so like, but I mean like a really conceited stripper who's really good at convincing guys that she's like, really, really in love with them, and it's more than just paying her to do stuff. And then at the end, it's like, you thought I loved you? Like that's my fucking job. I just get extra tips from you if I sit and listen to you a little bit longer, pretend like I really care. Like that sort of energy, kind of this like, why did you think I would treat you any fucking different than I've treated anybody else that I've used? That kind of energy. And then on the other side, it feels like some divine feminines are kind of in this energy of, how do we put it, like enjoying the amusement of the human condition sort of thing. Like, oh, you poor unfortunate souls, you think that it's so 3D, or you think almost like feeling like, yes, I know you feel miserable right now, and it's probably weird that I seem happy or like higher vibe right now, though I know that what you went through will be good for you, and you will see it in the timing that is right for you. And it may not be you necessarily. There may be others around them that are kind of like that, or they may have the feeling in them, but it's definitely the kind of that duality of it. And a lot of times too, when you're in twin flame dynamics and one or both of you ends up with a karmic or a karmic soulmate, and things like that, it's often that you do reflect each other, because it's there to provide that contrast and things like that. So it's not a bad thing of reflecting each other, but it's often, it could be either the same action but for a different reason, or the same desire but with a different spirit for the desire. Like you may want time with your DM just because you enjoy being with your DM. Like you could do stuff for yourself, you like doing it, but you like having the interaction with them. It's fun and it's enjoyable, and you enjoy who they are. You like supporting who they are and what they want to do. And like, yeah, you want to be in union with them, but then they may have karmics who are doing a lot of the same outward actions, but the reason that they're doing is because they want the money or the status, or they just they just thought there was a resource in there, or there's different motivation, and the masculines are seeing that difference. Like it feels like that's what they're saying, is they're seeing that difference. But it's funny, yeah, that too close, don't push me, I'm too close to the edge, kiss the girl, I'm poor unfortunate souls. So say only Sagittarian blood moon eclipse super moon stuff could pull that sort of energy. And I'm going to pull some cards here, and then I made these a long time ago. I'm going to start using them a little more in DM readings. They're messages from DM. But let's see, let's do a little nosy. What's going on for, ooh, okay, you know what, I don't normally take a lot of cards at once, but why not? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 cards. So a tale of love. And you know what? I just had a flash into my mind of so many downloads at one time. One was I saw the beginning part of a rainbow between two towers. They were the big electrical slash Wi-Fi towers, like the beginning of a rainbow between two towers. That feels like it's significant energy for DMs and twin flames in general in this. It's like, and if you think about it, like the whole rainbow was there, but I could only see the beginning half of the rainbow. And so sometimes that's all you can see is just the beginning. And it's okay if that's all you see. And I feel like that's a lesson that DMs are really learning. And there are plenty of DS that are learning that. It's okay if all you can see is just the beginning. In fact, that was a lesson that Spirit showed me a long while ago in separation, is like, just because the clouds cover the moon does not mean the moon is gone. Just because the fog and the mist covers the mountains does not mean the mountain is gone. It's still there. You have faith that it's there. You don't question that it's there. And like, so the same is true of somebody. If you know that they're your twin flame, then just because they're not communicating with you, or they're not there in front of you, or they got involved in something else, it does not mean the love isn't there, or that there is the relationship, the union, the happiness, the healthy relationship is not available to be there later. And also that has a lot to do with what you think about things. And rainbows are typically associated with magic and with healing, and also the 10 of cups. So the beginnings of that between two towers. The first two towers must fall. This could have been the last full moon in Scorpio, super full moon. The first one of the three sisters could have been the first tower, and this full moon coming up could be the second tower, or it could be different things related in there. Either way, that seems relevant. The other thing is this kind of back to the future thing, but balance. I'm seeing a lot of things that have to do with balance, like trying on like those new kids toy vehicles that were, like where you stand on them and you just lean forward like a Segway, but they don't have the arm on it, or those weird shoes where you it's like a skateboard but they're separate on there, or Heelys shoes, like learning new ways to create balance, sort of thing. Now the 6 cards that we got here is the Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, the Moon, and the 3 of Pentacles. And I'm gonna look in the deck first before I go fully for this one. So on the bottom, shadow card position, the 5 of Wands in reverse, and right on top, interesting here, or well, right underneath this, the High Priestess, the World, the 9 of Pentacles, Temperance, 5 of Cups, and 7 of Wands. Yep, and the 10. Yeah, so yeah, there's enough cards in here for this to just say it, is that towers are happening. There's drama likely happening, and there's mess. There's mess. There's a big hot mess going on for masculines, and spirits. I feel like spirits kind of doing a combination between, come on, young one. Yes, 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 you made mistakes. It's okay, get going. And this combination of nee, boo, boo. We put all the signs in front of you and you didn't listen. So get moving. Or get moving. And also, the World card reminds me, somebody pointed out today that today is like there's 421s. So it's like, oh wow, and I just realized 421, 7, victory. It's like it's the 21st day of the 21st week of the 21st century of the 21st something or other. There's something else in it, but I realized that's the world times the emperor, right? And then when we get that, we get 84, which is 12, which is the Hanged Man, and then reduces to the Empress. So there's definitely cycles completing, and this is the cusp between Taurus and Gemini going on right now too. So it does make sense. Gemini is the Lover's card. We got 6 cards, decision between the head and the heart going on. And that doesn't mean anybody's going to rush back to anybody. And to be honest, if you have a divine masculine who is leaving a karmic situation, it is much healthier for everybody involved if he does not rush right towards you, if in fact he takes the time to get his head level. That doesn't necessarily mean that if he does come towards you and say, like, I want to be with you, or I want to do this stuff, that you should be like, no, but maybe very simply be more like, I love you and I absolutely accept your offer. Now go forth into the world and be almost single for like the next 6 months, because I want to be your friend for that long, and then I want to date you, and then I don't even know, like do something that feels right for you. And each situation is different, so there might be some pieces of this that you don't accept, like you're like, no, that's not right for me, or I want a different one. And even if you jump in too soon or too late or anything like that, it'll all work itself out. You can't screw it up. You can't fuck it up. So don't worry. Now I'm laughing because the hot topic, you're going to love this. The Empress. What do you think that is? The Empress. The Empress, the hot topic, the thing that everybody is talking about, the person that everybody is talking about, the thing at the front of divine masculine's minds. The Empress, you, whatever you're doing or not doing, you are the hot topic for divine masculines. And I'm curious to see what's under that, or what's on top of that. Let's see. King of Pentacles reversed, the Fool reversed, Queen of Wands reversed. I'm not right now, Brianna. If you want to email me at wickedlydivinefeminine@gmail.com, I can do that. Sometimes I'll pull cards at the end. We'll see if my phone's acting weird at the end, or towards the end of this. If it's not, then I might pull a couple cards for everybody, or for anybody who's in here who would like one. In any case, okay. And then Ace of Wands. So yeah, if you're, I want to say especially if your masculine recently reached out to you or communicated to you, and even if they didn't, but I want to say more so if they did, if they reached out to you and communicated to you, maybe if you share a business or children or something like that, and they were not talking to you and they reached out to talk to you, that was, even if it was a very small thing, even if they went cold again after that, that was actually the beginning of the end of the karmic situation going on. And because they took the boldness to speak to you, it's been drama ever since, but they know, they're like following their hearts in that. Yeah, I'm gonna see, let's see, heart of the matter. Ten of Swords in reverse, so there's a bit of a delay to the ending, and I guess that's gonna be, you know what, okay. So the hot topic is you, divine feminine, all your deliciousness. In the heart of the matter is betrayals, regret, bad choices, and knowing that a cycle needs to end. This is anxiety, staying up at night because you know a situation needs to be put to a final end, or you're waiting for somebody else to put the final ending to it, or something like that. Yeah, the cards around it. It's about releasing codependence, making mature decisions, resting well, and I would definitely say watch the video that I did before this one, or excuse me, watch the video I did before this one too. It's about the new coaching available, but there's one I did before that about the Saturn retrograde that's starting up in a few days. It's likely related to this. It feels like it is. So yeah. So you're the hot topic. The heart of the matter is how they've betrayed themselves, it feels like. And the shadow card position is conflict, and like both instigation of intentional drama, and recognizing when others are creating instability through drama and things like that. Now the cards, let's look at the cards that we got though, and in the order, I'm going to say, well, first I'm going to say is it seems like they picked the karmic situationship they had. It was immature because you've got 3 pentacles here. It was immature. And it was more about the 3D. It was more about what it looked like on the outside, what they thought it would look like. They really weren't thinking that far ahead. It was what it looked like right in that moment. They thought that it would be financially advantageous. They may have gotten into like a lease agreement or something with the person before, or multiple people, because this is a third party card. They may have gotten into a situation that was legally binding, and that made them feel like they were stuck with it, even though they could have stood on their own to do it. And they allowed themselves, they may have gotten into drinking or getting high or something like that, and they allowed themselves to pretend not to see the things that were going on in the dark, even if it was daytime. And in the places they weren't looking, they pretended not to do that, and they just kind of tried to have faith that it would work out, and they thought that it would be their wish fulfillment. But instead, they ended up feeling more lonely than they've ever felt ever. And now they're single in their hearts and their minds. They've got to take that brave step to get out of it. What they're worried about, though, is this Knight of Pentacles, because it's 2 things. They're worried about drama coming towards, well, bigger drama for themselves. They're kind of preparing for the drama. That's what this one is, preparing for the drama. They would tell you more, but they know it's going to be dramatic. And then they, um, and then they the other part of it is they don't really they want to try to avoid drama coming towards you. They don't want to come towards you and be reactive, but they also want to rush towards you. They really really do. I think that's the other thing that I'm seeing in these cards, is the other duality, is that they see you, you've had faith. They have faith in you. They know that being with you actually would look really good on, in all ways, and it would be very fulfilling for them emotionally. This is also a single masculine energy, and they know it would feel a lot warmer if they'd let themselves go inside and be in there with you. And they just realize that they've been being very immature. They got some growing up to do, and they're worried that even if they feel really really good and coming towards you, it might be immature. They might end up rushing in and rushing out, and they see that they've hurt you in the past by doing that. And so they're kind of trying to find this balance in there. There's a lot of blue in here too, so throat chakra stuff going on. They probably know that they need to communicate with you more, but I'm getting the sense that for some of you, you're going to get a lot of really intense communication, and it might be very King of Wands sort of communication from your masculines, or like now to the full moon to like a week or two after. And for some of you it'll be more of a delay, or there might be like little bits here and there. They might be very fiery, or they might be very distant, or they may be weird. I'm just going to say that. Now we'll do some of these cards, some messages from Divine Masculine. Okay, what's this one? We're linked telepathically. I can feel how you're feeling and get flashes of what you're thinking and going through. Thank you for another card. I'm distant because I feel you're too good for me, but I'm inspired to become a better person because of you. I want you to be proud of me. Which definitely is sync with the energies that they've been bringing into me. I feel like you're the only one who really understands me. Getting the sense too that a lot of them are recognizing. This card just fell and kind of wanted to be a little bit hard to get out, so let's see what this is. Oh, I feel you pulling away. It scares me. I'm not sure what to do. So for those of you that may have been, it may simply be that you're not as focused on them as you were, and that's like, they're like, what's happening? And that could also be that you're glowing up and you're not, like, you may be waiting for them in terms of in your heart. You may be holding space for them in your reality and in your heart, but you're not waiting for them, and good if you're not. Let's get another one. I'm avoidant because I'm afraid someone destroyed my heart in the past. And it's likely that whomever they've been with now is likely repeated that. I'm sorry I'm not giving you the attention and affection you deserve. I'm cleaning up my mess, getting my pentacles together, and processing my emotions. And this is especially true if you've got a masculine who is like accepting communication from you. Maybe they're a little weird about it, but they're not giving communication. Interesting. I'm in a place of positive expectation about us, which is probably that Kiss the Girl song. Na, na, wah, wah, right? This one says, everything you listen to, learn, say, feel, hear, and heal. I energetically feel, then I do the same. You heal, I heal. And then, your goodness intimidates me. Your morality, your authenticity, your kindness and selflessness. I'm afraid I can't match that. I need you, though you're not mine to need anymore. That's how it feels. I feel like you're trying to trick me. There's always strings attached, which is old trauma. It's old momentum and stuff. We'll do two more. You are magic. I made a deal with some devils and now I'm paying the price. Definitely karma, and makes sense with Saturn going retrograde in a few days. I'm realizing I need this time apart to feel how much I love you and want you in my life. Hmm. You know what? That'll be good there. And you know what? This one more feels right. I have everything I thought would make me happy. It doesn't. I know now that I made wrong choices. Now, there's one of you that wanted a card. I'm willing to pull some. Brianna, are you still in here? Would you like, or would anybody else like a card? I can either do Rider's Waite, or I could do some of these messages that I've done. Hi, Brianna. What would you like? Tarot cards or my messages from Masculine's card? I'll pull a couple of either one. My messages, awesome. Okay. Now, you don't. I don't want to hear what you want to have answered, but you can ask it in your heart and stuff, and we'll see. And I love the correction on the your. It doesn't bother me when people don't anymore. It used to, but interesting. Okay, so you got, I want to come home to you. I'll do some more. Thank you. What? Yes, no? Okay, another one just came out here. You hurt me deeply. I need an honest apology and then some time to heal. And it might be that you did something that actually does not warrant an apology. Sometimes they're just feeling like they need one, but consider it. Maybe there's something that is in there to apologize for. The next one is, I know you're afraid I've moved on. I haven't. I'm just hurt, which is consistent with the other one there. I want to be more than friends. I am healing my issues with being a people pleaser via third-party karmic situation. Once I get up the courage, I'll come to you free and clear. And this one, sorry. I can tell when you have an agenda, including trying to win me back. It scares me. Relax, just be you. That's what attracts me to you. Things seem like they're going great with this karmic soulmate. I feel like I should feel really happy, but I just feel lonely, empty, bored. They aren't you. Oh, I'm going to say the answer is yes. And yeah, say, I want to say I'm sorry, but I've screwed up so many times. It's so big now. I don't even know where to start. It's killing me inside. I'm a coward. I'm sorry. And I feel like a kid again when I'm with you. And I hear your voice in my head whenever I'm sad or in a crappy situation, lovingly guiding me on what to do. And I think we'll stop at these two. I know I don't say it enough. I'm so proud of you. You're growing and accomplishing so much, even when I know you're hurting. And I have, I have, oh, I thought it said naughty. That I have haunting dreams and nightmares since you pulled away. There you go. I hope those I know you said they resonated a little bit, so I hope that those give you some insight, maybe at least give you closer to where things are going on that. In any case, I'm going to go ahead and end this video because I have to flitter off and do some other things. So I love you all, and thank you so much for watching, sharing, liking, subscribing, and I'll see you in some more videos later.